So, what's up, guys? Saigon Wee here. It's a ranked commentary for Corki. I just got finished playing this game, and this was like a legit awesome game. It's a little bit long, but definitely worth the watch. Uh, you see here, we got myself, Sona down bot, Syndra mid, Lee Sin jungle, and Vladimir top. And then on the opposite side, we have Renekton top with a Nidalee mid, and then Elise jungle, and then
30
Ezreal
seconds until minions
Soraka bot lane,
spawn.
if I said that already. But this is a really good game. Just got finished playing it, and my God, this was such a good game. Uh, it was somewhat live stream, and then the stream stopped, so like I had a little replay up and running, so I can actually show uh, the gameplay here. So we're gonna
Minions have
skip through this
spawned.
first couple of minutes. It's just basic lane phase, get it started for him. Pretty good leash. Corki now is really strong. I'm running 21-9-0 masteries, taking pretty much everything in the middle and nothing on the outer sides outside of the extra butchery mastery, so I can last it even better. Early lane phase is kind of bad. The Sona was kind of just, I don't know how to characterize it, but she was kind of just playing too passive for my taste. And, obviously you can poke and just try your best because the Soraka Ezreal lane is really strong in terms of Ezreal gets pretty much infinite mana, so you want to like try and poke him down. But if you keep wasting your spells to try and heal up, you're gonna lose out to Soraka, just because she has better heal, and the fact that she can give Ezreal free mana and then he can poke you down, that's really powerful. So this is pretty much just lane phase right here. Nothing really happens early. Zoom out just a little bit. There we go. So I'm playing the Corki. I haven't played Corki much in ranked in season 3, but I have picked him up again because of the Trinity buffs, and you can definitely see how powerful he is now with the Trinity buff. So right here, we're just gonna last hit. I've actually been last hitting pretty bad, so I back up here and I tell her, hey, you need to just play back a little bit. Don't take free harass because it's not gonna help anyone if you're out of the game, right? So just that. Throughout the game in lane phase, I actually keep somewhat ahead of Ezreal by like 2 to 3 CS. I think at most I was ever like 10. But that's not super important here. Just go through lane phase. Just when it's a situation like this where if you try and poke, you're gonna yourself, especially as Corki, where his phosphorus bomb is pretty heavy in terms of mana costs. Right here, Nidalee gets a double, or actually no, that's later on in the game. Nidalee gets a kill there, going top lane. Syndra try to do something, but Syndra's early game is kind of bad. Right here, I try to exchange a little bit, just try to get him out of lane. But right there, you can see he just healed up through pretty much like 3/4 of all my damage I did on him. So that kind of sucks. So you'll just keep going right there. I was like, yeah, I can't keep harassing like that because they're just going to have infinite sustain. Soraka started off with 3 wards. Wasn't too bad. We're able to just keep it like frozen right here so that I don't miss CS as much. Right here, just want to keep it right outside. Soraka left lane, so we didn't know where she was going. I thought she was maybe going back, but she put a pretty deep ward because we just didn't see her for a while. So pretty deep ward at blue. I thought she went back honestly, but as soon as she comes back to lane, it's like, oh, there. Don't miss too much CS. Like right there. I'm keeping up with Ez even though he's pushing pretty hard. If you can keep his aggression and just freeze lane right there, that's really good, especially in low ELO. You'll see a lot of players just like not understand basic like last hit mechanic. Right there, I went back to tell her something like, hey, I need you to just stop taking free harass. Like, she needs to keep moving. Throughout the game, she got hit by Nidalee Spears pretty often, and it actually started to snowball the enemy team. At one point, we were down 4-1 in kills, and other lanes were losing pretty hard. So this is a game where I had to actually carry. I won't spoil how easy I carry, but right here, this was a bad engage by us. So I Valkyrie in, Lee Sin goes in. We don't get a kill off it, but we luckily blow their flashes. So that's actually a good exchange, but I thought we could have actually killed them if Sona just kept committing. Near the end there, we can jump back like 15 seconds. Yeah, on this exchange, maybe a little bit more. I'll speed it up a little bit. So here we go. Sona just goes in for some reason. Right here, I'm just trying to last hit. She goes in. Lee Sin's not even in range. And so right here, she takes a whole lot of harass. And I have to like commit to try and get him off her. She exhausts Ezreal here. I was just like, shit. See right there, she's gonna go in like that. She should just keep committing since we're now all here. Lee Sin kind of jumped to me, but then I Valkyrie'd away. Right there, both flashes down. And then we just go back to lane phase. It kind of gets pushed to their end, so I'm trying to push as fast as I can, but with Ezreal, he was actually really good Ezreal. He kept the lane pushed, applying pressure on bot lane, because I wanted to go back and just buy items. X, yeah. At this point, I was like, yeah, I could get Phage if I went back now and like just have more harass, but right here, if I were to leave now, they would have shoved, and then we would have lost a lot of CS here. So I was like, okay. I told Sona, go back, I need you to buy wards, because she only bought 2. She bought her Philo Stone pretty early, and then even throughout the game, she didn't buy as much. So I was kind of disappointed in that. When you play support, my philosophy is just get ward coverage to help, you know, your team out, especially bot lane. When you buy a lot of wards, you can place them down in like river, tri-bush, and high up near Wraith Camp, so that you can be aggressive. But since you don't buy that many wards, and she didn't, she bought 2 wards total coming back into lane, so that's kind of bad. Right here, just trying to freeze lane here. I wasn't weak because I still only had the Dorans, so that was kind of bad. So I'll go back right here. I went back because I needed to. Bought boots, phage, and then ward plus pot and health and blue pot. So we go back, didn't lose too much. Right here, Ezreal got a little bit of a CS lead because of the pushing of lane, but luckily we come back with it. I think a kill's about to come up here. I think we do an engage, yeah. So we're gonna put, I told her, I was picking that earlier, I was like, I need you to put one in try, because Lisa's around. Lisa's a really good ganker, especially when she can gank from river without us knowing. So right here, Soraka, I noticed her going up, I was like, let's just go on her. We take her out. I think Ezreal, yeah, I think I get her right on there. Ezreal cams, but can't do anything, so we're like, hey, you know, back out. I gave them the back away, I was like, just don't risk it. Syndra wasn't playing that great, and it looked like she was behind a little bit. But I think they get the double kill here, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, I'm just going farming. I'm pushing it. I'm popping blue pots. I'm trying to keep my lane like shoved because I want to keep applying pressure to him, force him to lose CS and experiencing gold. So right here, we can freeze it. Sona's actually zoning him out pretty well at that point. Soraka comes back. Yeah, I think this is where we go in pretty soon. I think it's just, like Sona ults for some reason. It's like shit. If not, we'll just speed it up. Yeah, right there. Okay, I passed it. It's right here. I'll just like last hitting, so I'll minimize this. I'll just last hitting. Going back, I'm like, all right, let me just heal up. Because as it is like just full heal. And then just, she goes on right there. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, shit, now I gotta go in. He pops barrier. And then right here, she gets hit, and then still leaves me. It's like, if you're gonna die, you know, just stay with me, because Soraka, and this is just bad. I think we give it the double here. Yeah, I think I get hit with yep, right there. And so I think she gets out. Yeah, she gets out. Or no. I'm sorry. This is what happens. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Sona, because this is really interesting. So Sona right here, she's talking to Lee. And I just told her, back out, just leave. Like, don't stand there because Nidalee's coming. She walks right back into it. I was like, oh, God. We give up that free kill. And then, right here, she still survives for some, like, I don't even know how. Right here, I actually get back and it was, like, booking it. I was like, shit. They're staying for some reason. I'm like, why are they trying to, like, freeze lane right here? And, like, they're playing really, like, risky right here. So Nidalee dies, but then Ezreal and Soraka are still there because they want to get that Syndra. Like, alright, I'm trying to figure out where to go. I jump in, I get Ez, and I think I get Soraka too. Yeah, and then Renekton comes here. I thought he was going to dive me, just go straight out. Because I thought I was like, shit, he probably has his ulti. So I'm like, just trying to clear this wave as fast as possible. Clear that out. I was like, okay, well, he just backs out. So he wasted teleport. I type in chat, like 14 something, or is when he wasted teleport, so... We get back. I was like, huh, he's playing really passive. Go out. And then right here, Sona ults, but didn't tell me she was like, she was ulting in. She didn't ping me anything, she just ult, and there it was. I was like, shit. I have no mana because I was trying to poke him down. If I had a little bit more mana, we probably could have killed him. Or maybe if I got like, just closer. I backed out, so that was kind of like 50-50 on our end. We both could have had better communication there, but that's alright, we get him out. So anyway, I go back, I get my Trinity Force, go back to the lane, and this is where I start ramping up. Already 3-0 with the double kill bot on Ez and Soraka. So like right here, they're trying to keep the pressure up. I'm trying to keep the pressure up. Ez would like stalled his build path by building the tier. So that was like 700 gold wasted just to have tier ready. He goes straight into like a Mana Moon, I think. But I felt it was a waste of money. If you're playing Ez, just go straight into Trinity and then Bloodthirster, because I'll give you like the most optimal like build output at that point if you're going that path. Right here, Nidalee is just fed. She's 5-3. Ez goes in, gets the easy Q. We back off. They start fighting. I'm like, shit. I caught the Nidalee. Luckily that worked out. And then right here, I didn't know if I wanted, like right here, I was like determining, I was like, shit, I don't know if Ez is waiting for me. I saw Soraka there, right here. So I noticed he's queuing me from like outside vision. I'm like, shit, they must be ready for me. Like Renekton's got to be waiting somewhere, right? So I just go back, push this up, try and push as much as possible. I got red buff, so right here I'm just trying to push. Because I know Ezreal can't fight on me right now. Like, Ezreal is a big counter to Corki in terms of Ezreal's mobility and ability to, like, just hit Qs, like, consistently. If it lands on you, it's like 1 or 2 second cooldown. And if he can just keep hitting you, that sucks because he has consistent damage output. Corki, on the other hand, you can auto in between and try and get your Sheen proc, but generally, even with the attack speed, Ezreal would usually do a little bit more damage. Going down, just try and push more. Right here, dodge that. Was able to get out. She ulti, so I was like, okay, good. We might be able to get out of here. And right here, we try our best to try and clear this. I was pinging them back because I didn't know if they were going to go right up into lane and walk into a trap. Right here, we're just trying to clear as much of this as possible. Trying to save this bottom turret. Because honestly, right now, Renekton was kind of dominating like the Vlad in terms of just harassing him out and just like chasing him around early, but then Vladimir just kind of derped a little bit. Just keep trying to apply pressure. Yeah, back them. I told them back off because it's like it's not worth trying to save this for like anyone dying. Back out. This is where like everyone starts saying like Vladimir kept saying, "Well, it's GG. We can't do anything." Blah blah blah. So I was like, "Fuck it. I'm gonna take control now." Get Soraka. I thought we could get Ezreal here, but I was like, you know what, I go back a little bit, try and push this wave. Because I just want to keep applying pressure, like try to take this turret down. We get Nidalee here, I think. So right here, yeah. Dodge a lot of Nidalee Qs. This was like a really good dodge game for me. I don't even know why. Right here, I tell her, let's back out. Valkyrie over. Go here, get my last whisper, because I want to do damage. I want to like hurt like a truck, because Renekton is going to get big. Right here, that was like a long range Q. I'm gonna revert this. We'll go back. So right here, a team fight breaks out. They're chasing. I Valkyrie in. Apply my Gatling gun. Attack. I was like, where's she going? I was like, shit. I didn't know wolves were up. So like all of a sudden I see her on the outside of my corner. I'm like, oh, hit her. Bam, full range. Get her out. Then right here. Yeah. Just go back bot and I try and take that down. Take that out. Honestly, yeah. If you look at Sona, she really didn't buy like a lot of wards. Like, I'm fine if you want to buy like 1 pink ward and that's it. But if you buy like 2 pink wards and nothing else, that doesn't give us like vision control of map. And so when you're playing support, I play a lot of support in ranked, just because I know a lot of people don't like to play it, and it's actually an easy role and you can carry from there. From there, all you really have to do is just buy mass wards and give your team vision, because when you can see where they're coming from, it's easier to pick people off like Soraka or Ezreal or even Nidalee, who's carrying for their team. So right here, 7-1. I only died I think 2 times total in this match, so you won't be seeing me dying a lot. Get that. We got dragon almost all the time. I don't think we ever gave it up. That was like our second dragon. Right there, you can see the gold. We're starting to peel away. But it's still kind of like unless I'm in the fight, they kind of lose those team fight too, because they're not coordinated. I think we have a fight down here where it wasn't a coordinated fight. Like someone says to go in for some reason. I don't know why. But all of a sudden, I think Sona or Lee jump in there and then just get blown up. So they're out of the equation. So now we have to deal with a Renekton who's tanky, a Nidalee Soraka who can heal, and then Elise who can just do percent damage. Right here, I think this is where, when Lee comes back up, I think this is where we have like a bad fight. I heal up, get my BF. I was going to go for either IE third or Bloodthirster, but I was like, I'll just get the BF sword now, and then figure out where to go from there. Right here. Yeah, we're just trying to clear wave, because they're sieging on us pretty well. Like, we don't have the greatest wave clear, but we can wave clear for the okay part. Right here, I was like telling Sona, like, we can like take these two out. So I was like thinking, shit, maybe, and then I'm like, oh, never mind. I have to Valkyrie over, I think. Yeah. I made a bad call. Like, I messed up mechanically, because I should have just Valkyried over and then hit my E, but I E'd before jump. It was, you know, reaction. Mine said this, fingers said the other thing. So right here, Syndra said she was like lagging really hard. She was like getting 400 ping or something. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take blue because I want it. I want to get more phosphorus bombs out, more of my R being created. Go back, upgrade my boots to Berserker Greaves. You can either go like, there's a Korean player who got magic pen boots, which is really interesting because, you know, Corki does magic damage, so, you know, that just amplifies your damage. I just went for Berserker Greaves because I was like, let's just go standard here. Just put out as much damage as we can. Don't try and be a caster. Right here, this is like one of our like messed up fights. I try to go for Ezreal, which I probably should have just gone for Soraka or Nidalee, but they still have their tower up. So right here, Ez flashes, messed up, then E's over. So I jump over and try and get him. Yeah, it was just a bad fight on our end. Very uncoordinated. Me and Lee shouldn't have chased that hard, so like I tell them shit, like this was just bad on our end. We shouldn't have engaged that bad. Even I think Syndra or Lee says like that was like, how do we lose that fight? We just chased. We played it bad. We should have focused everyone in front of us instead of chasing. So that was one coordinated fight that was bad. When you're ADC, you try and take the other ADC out if you can, if they're like out of place, but in that case we couldn't burst him fast enough. He barriered, so I was like, alright, well he burned flash and barrier. That's good on our end. Next fight, he'll be down, right? Right here. They sieged on us for a good amount of time. Like that was probably like 15 minutes of them like sieging mid. And all you have to really do is just play patient. Like just try and clear as fast as possible and like don't give up like inhib. Try and protect it. Over here I go bot lane to clear, but I decided to say no. Let's just stick with team. Get dragons. Right here I tell them, let's just go on him. Let's just go on Ez here. I don't think we catch him, but we can keep applying pressure. We take him out. We get Elise here. We know she can't go anywhere. Leech kicks over to make sure blue isn't over there. Kill her. And we're like, yeah, let's just go for Baron. Let's just take it. So we take Baron here. I think we disengage, but I don't remember. Yeah, I think we actually just take it here. Nidalee was just poking for days, and that's what like sucks. So we got it. I'm pretty low on mana, even though, you know, I shouldn't be. So I jump out. Some of them getting caught, Lee gets killed, but right here, I was like, no, let's just forget the Soraka, let's go fight team. Renekton's huge, let's just kill him. Get the last auto up there. Soraka flashes here, but luckily we catch her. I can just keep hitting her from like full range R's, ultis, and I'm just like, shit, let's get her. And I think he gets it here, yeah. So that was really good. We try and get mid here. It was a bad call on me. I made a bad call for the team. I said, hey, let's just try and take mid. Ezreal and Elise came up in time because they got killed early. So I Valkyrie out. I think Sona gets out here too. So that was a bad call on me. I just walked because Ezreal was chasing. So I just walk. Get my IE. Got the Vamp Scepter pretty early, like about 10 minutes ago. Now here, fight's almost over, but right now you can see I'm 9-1-13. Carrying my team. Telling them what needs to be done. I made pretty good calls throughout the whole game. I told Sona we needed an ult there. We got the ult, we got them all in there, and just did damage. Cleaned up. Valkyrie'd in to do more damage on top of him. Right here, I think we get him. If not, we get this turret. Yeah, we get this turret here. And then we get the inhib as well. I think we just push. Yeah. The timers were long enough where we could just take it. Yeah. Now we tell them, let's back out. Back out. Oh, right here. This is what happens. Okay, so Ezreal makes a bad call here. When you're ADC, your team isn't up yet. You know, you shouldn't be chasing the other team members, especially when Corki's like the big guy on the other team too. Because I went out here. I get the crit, random number, crits. Right here I was like, hey, someone, let's turn. I turn it, turn on my Valkyrie as soon as he jumps in. Bam, Valkyrie on. I actually cut my Valkyrie a little bit. Missed my R there, but then luckily got the crits. And then their whole team was like raging in all chat. Right here. I think we get this at least 2. Yeah, as soon as Vi comes back in, I'm like, let's go in. Get her, and then we get a triple here. Yep. Then we go take bot, Valkyrie over, and then we push, and then we take this bot as well. And we're just dominating from here. This is where I like ramp it up even more. Like, I'm dominating the game, I'm carrying my team. You can carry from ADC, but you really got to get ramped up. Make the right decisions and play safe. Take their red, go back, and then I think I get my Bloodthirster fully. Yeah, got Bloodthirster fully there. And right here, this is where we just get even more terror. So she wasted flash. I told them that. Always kind of keep mentally in your mind like, hey, flash is up, flash is down on people, so we can be like, okay, and fights come up, let's just go on Soraka, because now that takes out their healing ability. They can't heal throughout, you know, sustain through that the whole fight. So if we can take her out early, that's great. So we take this here. I'm pretty much full build at this point, so the only other items I get are like defensive. We fight here. I think we can get, yeah, I think we get 3 people here. Yep. Right here, I back out. I was like, shit, I need to heal up. I just go to Wolves, heal up. I get at least like right here. I made a bad call. So right here, I get Wolves, but I see Vlad's about to die. I was like, I just need to get more health. So I'm trying to like regen as much as possible. Sona dies, and then I make a bad call. I should have just left. I get the kill there, but I couldn't see Ez because he was just outside of sight. So he jumps over and kills me. And it was just like, shit. Bad call on me. So that was my second death of the game. I was like, I won't make that mistake again. Ez cleans up. Syndra going out there, doing her craziness, and then... yeah, the timer is long. I was like, shit, I made a bad call. So right here, jump over, get Baron again. This is our second Baron. Get that, and then I think this is where we win. We just go in, we're like, fuck it, we're gonna win now. Kill her. I try and take Ez out of the equation. Lee Sin stole my kill there. It's like, fuck, dude. Right here, we just win it. It was a pretty good game. I was like, fuck it, I'll just take Ez out. I got Baron on me. I can regen through it. Right there. Yeah, I think we take Renekton out here too. Yep. And we just win. That's how you do it. From there, we just take the inhibs, turrets, and then we take Nexus. That's how you win. Especially Corki. So this is like a good way to play him. Just make smart decisions. I made 2 bad ones. Like, obviously if I didn't die, this would have been like a perfect game, but this is like a good way to play. So that's my commentary for Corki. Check me out. I'm Saigon Wheat. Check you guys later.